You know, I'm so far behind with my work around here. I can't catch up. I got more than I can do. So I've hired a mechanic to help me out for a little while here. Just the day-to-day stuff, you know, like oil changes, fixing flats, swapping out winter tires, things like that. Can you put one on? Oh, perfect, Abby. 2 years old. You got it going the right direction. Oh, look at that. Wow, Abby, good job. It's in your blood. You come by it natural. Oh,
Don't fit.
don't fit? I bet it will. It'll fit that one. Yeah, it'll fit. You know, I'm not a mechanic, and I'm not a car builder. I'm just an old redneck having a good time banging around on this rusty old iron. So buckle up and hang on. Let's see what's going to happen next around here.
And we're going to shoot over and pick up old Waylon wire over there. He does some cool stuff.
Hey, welcome to Rat Rods. My name's Waylon Wire, and don't ever do what we do here on this channel. Hey guys, welcome back to Waylon Wire's Old Iron. You know, I finally got to do something besides work on that old red truck today. Although in this video there is a little bit of that because I had to cut out the cab corners and I got that taken care of. And I think there's a little bit of footage of that if I include it in the video. I don't know if I will or if I did or not. I don't know at this point. But anyway, I did get to do something other than work on that red truck, and it sure was fun. And I hope you have fun watching, having fun doing what, you know. Let's take a look. Thanks. You know, when I'm building these rat rods, I do a lot of welding. And when I lay down a bead, it stays there. I don't grind it down, never have. I never want to weaken my welds. Well, it's body work, and it's a whole nother animal. It's different, and I'm not used to it. So with body work, you gotta have that gap in there. So the weld goes down in between the metals because you gotta grind it down. I never grind my welds down, so this is foreign to me, but I know that's how it's got to be done. I've got that gap there. That's a little bit, that cutoff wheel's a little bit too much for me. What I really like when I can is using that little thin blade on my air saw, my air metal saw. That creates a gap that, boy, it's just right. And you can fill it in good, and then you can grind it down, and it looks real good. But anyway, I can fill that. That's no problem. So I'm going to do that. All right, I got that welded up. Now I'm going to start cleaning it up. And Harmon taught me to use a hard grinding wheel on that, because then you can stay on the weld. Just grind the weld down. Now, I was on that cab corner up there. I welded it up, and then I used a flap wheel to try and grind the weld down. Well, it's so soft that it laps over the weld. It gets into your metal as well. Well, then it was so thin, by the time I got the weld down, the metal was so thin, it just cracked. And he had to weld it back up and, and show me how to do it with this. And this way you can just stay on the weld. You don't have to touch your metal. And it works. Well, I was over here looking at the patch that Harmon put in. And he's got holes in it, and he's got his weld. He didn't grind it down near as much as I did. I hope I didn't get too thin. I mean, I know why he left it that way. But I'm not a filler kind of guy, so I don't know what you can get away with and what you can't. He seems to not use much more than about 1/16 of an inch. But that was his work, and I'll show you mine. I don't know. I don't think I got too thin. I got into pretty good metal, but yeah, I ground mine a lot smoother than that. So Maybe that'll work for him. We'll see, but I'm gonna leave that until he looks at it and go on to the other side, because I need to get this thing done. The next project, of course, will be to measure out this door and get it welded into that donor panel. All right, let's move on. This little guy right here, it's got that thin blade, and it puts, for me, just exactly the right gap in there for welding. If I got a tight spot, that's what I do. I run that out. In here. There. Now, it's going to be pretty good, I think. Well, I found a pack of Salem's in that cab corner. I guess I can take up smoking now. Them look pretty good. After seeing what Harmon did, I did quite a bit less welding and consequently a lot less grinding. I guess according to what he's doing over there, that's good enough for Bondo. So I'm gonna call that good. Well, I've been working a bit on this bedside. I had to graft in a piece here out of my other bedside, and I got that all welded and ground, and now I got my fuel door marked out. Somebody commented on a video and said, now you're going to have one gas cap on one side and the door on the other. And I said, no, we're going to fix that. But I was going to just do it like that and just eyeball it. And Harmon told me not to do it yet because he's got to body work this. He's got to flatten that out so it's flat like this. But I thought that was perfect, just like that. And he said, okay, if you're looking for Ken, he'll be the guy with the crooked gas door on his truck. And I said, okay, Harmon, I'll make a template. We'll do it your way. You know, he does everything right. So that's cool. That's cool. But anyway, I've been welded up all the holes. It probably had a camper on it or something at one time, or a canopy, because there's holes in the top of the bed rail. I got those welded up, and now I'm grinding them down, and I had to weld there, and but anyway, I got some other stuff to do tonight. This was going to be my setup for my breather on that plow truck. No, it wasn't this one, or maybe it was, but that's not the right size in there for that Elbrock. But there was a comment. The guy said, you're going to want that enclosed, because he said that snow, that real fine snow, is going to drift in there, and it's going to be just like pulling a choke when it plugs it up. And I'm sure he's right. I don't know how much drift there's going to be. I mean, it depends. It's not like a snowblower, because that snowblower, it would just frost me. My hair would be frosted, and my mustache would be frosted, and it was pretty miserable on that tractor. But with the blade, I don't know how much snow is going to get under the hood. But anyway, I'm sure he's right. And looking around, and I found this. This came on the back of one of these old pickups. This is a Moroso, man. And I could use that, but then it's open again. So I also found this half, the bottom half of the one that was on that truck when it burnt. And so I think what I can do is use the bottom half of that. And then I found this lid, and that fits really good. It comes down over that, fits good. And you know what we used to do when I was a kid on all those 283s, 327, we always cut this part off. And we thought it helped it breathe better, you know, and I don't know. But you guys put in the comments whether you'd leave this snorkel on there or open that up a little bit, whatever. But yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. That Moroso, that'd be cool on something, but this was going to be my original one until the guy mentioned that. So this will enclose it. What do you think, guys? Is that going to work? think it probably will, but I don't want it to be choked off either. So tell me what you think. And I'll say this, and this is good rat rod material here, Moroso. That's cool. I like it, even though it's chrome. But for now, I'll go with this route until somebody tells me I can't. And next thing I'm going to do probably tonight is I called the guy that owns this thing, and I thought he was going to take it to a body shop, and I said, well, I could make a new piece, but if I blow it apart and make this piece to go in there, there's no sense in me putting it all back together because the body shop's going to blow it apart anyway and do the body work on it. And he said, well, I'm the one going to do the body work on it. And I said, okay. So what I'll do is take it apart and make this piece and replace it. And then I'll just leave it apart so that he can do the body work, and then he can put it back together. And I got him a new spindle on there, so you've got a wheel. And I'm gonna try and pound out the rear end a little bit, get some of that dent out back there. But this is a nice break from that thing. But it's coming, you know. As we say, one bite at a time. So yeah, I'm gonna either put the breather on the snowplow truck, or maybe I'll just go ahead and work on this thing tonight. It's only 4 o'clock, so I got a few hours. I can do a little something. All right, stay tuned. Well, let's see what we can do for this poor little guy. You know, this chain is all rusted up and bound up, and it climbs up on the sprocket there like that, and it just you know, the links are not lubricated and they're not functioning, and they're froze and rusted, and so it's already getting better. I'm gonna lube it up good and see if I can't get it. See, I'll have to start working those links. I don't know if you can see that. This link here is all rusted up, and I'm gonna have to get some pliers and start working those links and get them freed up. And I bet we can do it, don't you? With you guys helping me, shoot, there ain't nothing we can't do. And then I'm gonna take this off and I'm gonna build a new one. Uh-oh, it's a one wheel peel. It's a one tire fire. Ain't no posi. See that? This one's been burning rubber on this one. I don't know if he's gonna get some wheels or what he's gonna do, but chain's already starting to loosen up there in the kink. I'll get that out. And I got some penetrating oil on the bolts, and I'm gonna let them rest a little bit with that, and then start about taking the thing apart. Oh, we got some front end issues. Yeah, this is all bent. That shouldn't be doing that. Okay, it does this, but it ain't supposed to be doing that. I don't know, John. I don't know if you're ever going to be able to ride this thing. You might get trees in it. will get a piece of pipe and clamp that in there and fold that around the piece of pipe to get that right width on that. A piece about a half-inch piece of pipe be just about right for that, I'm thinking. I'll lay a pipe across there and clamp it on each end and fold that up, and we'll just assume that that's how you're supposed to do it. This piece hammered up pretty good. She fits pretty nice now. Well, I don't know how big a hole that had in the center originally, but I'm sure it wasn't that big. Hey, I found this in the back of this plow truck. Load limit, 250 pounds per square foot, or H-20 truck. Anybody know what that means? H-20 truck. Well, I thought sure that I had some Harbor Freight roll pins, but I can't find them. So maybe I just dreamed that. I don't know. Sometimes I just dream up things. But I do have a piece of round stock that I believe is going to be just the right size. It's not the right size to go through that hole, but it's the right size to fit in that slot. So we'll make it go through the hole, I guess. Yeah, she don't quite go through there, but that's a nice. It's going to be a nice tight fit there. That's what we want. Nice tight fit. Okay. Probably going to. I don't know if I drill that out anymore. You know, if I drill this hole out anymore, that's going to be pretty thin, and that's going to make a weak point. And when old John's in turn 2 and really crank it on that wheel, boy, you know, it could snap and put him in the wall. So I don't know, maybe we should just take this round stock down a little bit. I like how it fits in there. All this fuss over a little kitty steering wheel. This is fun stuff. Yeah, I like making stuff work again. Boy, I was just certain that I had a box of roll pins, an assortment, but I can't find them. But anyway, I've got a little piece of round stock here that's I'm gonna cut to fit in that. I think we'll be okay. Okay, I've been emailing the owner of this fine automobile, and he's got some wheels that are really messed up, and so he's gonna need to get some wheels. And what he's looking at is there's some military wheels that have some big aggressive tread, about like that. Anyway, but the thing is, they're a 6.5-inch wheel, and this is a 5. So I'm gonna see if I can get him to come by, because you've just barely got clearance here. That's really close, and if you move it in, well, then you start to hit down there. So it's just that's just where it is. But he's supposed to call me here in a minute. I'm gonna see if he'll come by, because what I want to talk to him about is putting a lift kit on this thing. And I could get some longer bolts here and put about an inch or 1.5 inch spacer under there. And then these are studs back here, so I'd have to cut those off and weld on some longer ones and put some blocks under that to pick this thing up. So I think it looked pretty cool. It had a lift kit on it. We'll see what he thinks about it. Anyway, yeah, that's where we're at right now, and I just kind of set it together so he could see what's going on. Nothing's tightened down, but I'm gonna continue on with my steering wheel repair, and then we'll get on to this chain guard business. Okay, let's see how we did. Bingo! That's just about perfect, I'd say. Oh yeah, look at that. All right. Goes like this. It has to go on first, I think. I think this goes on first. Then this goes on there. And this goes on here. And this, then the cap goes on. I've got to take that down a little bit. Well, what I need to do is get rid of this blob of weld that's not even supposed to be there. And then if I need to, I can shave that down a little bit to get the horn on. The horn button. Yeah. Oh, I think that's gonna work. I don't think I even need to tack that in there. I mean, it can't go anywhere. I'm gonna leave that as is, and yeah, do what I need to do with that. Yeah, see what happens. We shave that down a little bit. And I need to find just exactly the right little bolt to go in there. Oh yeah. I think this is going to come together. Now, let me get my bolts. Some little fellers. Now, he can break that down and sand that all down and paint it. And it should be painted bright yellow, but he's going to paint it military green. Right, John? I don't know what that's called. What is military green called? Ugly. Let's work on that chain guard. What do you say? Y'all two? Y'all two? Well, as it turns out, all of this was for naught. All this work on this panel, but I'm okay with that because I think the guy's right. You know, he said since little kids are not going to be riding this thing, it's just for display, and because it says chain drive, he wants to leave that exposed and just paint this up nice, but leave so when you look in there you can see that it's chain drive. And I agree with that. I would have been happy to just fold this up and put it in, but he wants to leave it open, and I think that's a good idea. So we're done with that. We can do something else now. Okay, since we abandoned the chain cover and move on to something else. Originally, this Jeep, would have had a windshield, as you can see here. And it looks like it probably folded down, laid down on the hood. I wonder if I could pull that off. My printer's out of ink. Oh no. My granddaughter would say, oh no, what happened? Just a little more bend. let me see if I can replicate this curve. I've got a little thing I put on my welding table years ago, and it's just a little piece of pipe I welded on there because I was doing a lot of yard art, and you can put that in there and catch a piece of round stock or flat stock and bend it over that pipe and make a pretty nice curve, as I did there. So I gotta do that for the other side. Let me go get some more of that round stock and see what I can come up with. Well, I've got these things lined up. They're at the right angle this way, I mean the correct angle this way, and they're parallel. So I need to lock them in right there. But in order to do that, I need to lay a rod right across there and weld it, and my vice grips are in the way. So I don't know. Oh, yeah. Oh, Fitzy, where are you? Where are you, buddy? Where's old Fitzy when you need him? Well, what I could do is go above the vice grips and tack one on there, and then put one lower after I get them put where they need to be. But yeah, I can clean them up, and that's not going to weld. I'm not going to be able to get it ground. I cleaned them down here, but I need to wire brush them. So I'm probably going to just have to start over, take them out. But I got them perfect. Let me see. Yeah, there's just really no magnets. Where's my magnets? Where's my magnets? I'm missing my magnets.
Music on Hit Songs 2023 featuring artists like Doja Cat.
Okay, I have these vertical. Well, yeah, I may pull this one in just a little bit, but they're real close to the bottom. Actually, I measured it across 14 inches, outside to outside, and it's real close. But I can always tweak them just a little bit. But I've got this cross piece laying here, and I'm going to tack that so I can maintain my width, and then I'll worry about. And I'll put a piece across the top. I'll determine where the top of the windshield is. See, there's two of these. This one is incorrect. See what they did here. Somebody built this, but I don't know. It doesn't look real good with that bend in it right there. I don't think. I like that sweep. Looks a lot better. This sweep right here, that looks better. But this is the correct one. Anyway, this is how it would have been. Somebody built this, and somebody's building that too. But somebody's building that one like the original would have been, because you can see this one, you wouldn't be able to lay it down, and you should be able to fold the windshield forward and have it rest on the hood, and this one is going to function as such. I will put a little when you lay it down now, I already know, I haven't laid it down, but I know what's going to happen. It's going to dip. It's going to be, it's going to come up in the back a little bit, and it's going to rest down here on the hood. So what I will do is put a little piece on there, just a little, I don't know what you'd call it. I'll come down about an inch and go over and then back up, and that'll extend it out on the front a little bit, give it a little support, a little bracket, so when you fold it down, then it'll be level across the hood. I don't know how well this is going to show up in the video. I'm just looking at this picture, and my printer ran out of color ink, so I printed this one first, and I should have printed this one because this one's not the one I'm going to use. Anyway, I have to say, I'm really having fun with this. This is what I like to do. I'm so burnt out on that truck over there, but I have to fix that truck. It's all my doing, you know. I know that. I told somebody it's like when a cat makes a mess and then he has to cover it up, you know. So I made this mess and now I got to cover it up. But this is what I like to do. I love to create. You know, that's the thing. That's why I build rat rods, because it all comes out of here, you know, and there's not another one like it anywhere in the world, in the universe, in the galaxy. But so this is fun for me, you know, tweaking these little sweeps here, you know, getting them, boy, just ever so, and matching up. And I've got these angles are exactly the same when you look across there, and they're vertical as well, and it's good. I think it's gonna look pretty good when it's done. So John is not expecting this. The owner, he has no clue that I'm gonna do this, but this helps me get my mojo back, man, so I can carry on with the mundane stuff that's hanging over me right now. But that's okay. It's fun when Harmon's here too. Even that stuff's fun when Harmon's here, and he'll be back Monday. So, but this is great, and also we'll try and get Noah up tomorrow. We're gonna play with that plow truck a little bit more. We have plans. Wait till you see it. So we're having fun. Anyway, this is great. I love doing this. I'm gonna see if I can somehow manage to tack this without having it all fall apart on me. Wish me luck. I had a lot of nice comments on that last video. Well, you guys always leave good, nice comments, but I said there's 12 of you who will watch no matter what I put up, and so there were so many comments that, oh well, I'm one of the 12. I'm one of the. And my daughter commented. She said, "Well, Jesus only had 12 disciples. What do you expect?" You know. So anyway, it was good. It's fun reading the comments, and somebody always comments. Usually somebody will comment and say, I'm first," and I always comment back and say, "You're the winner. You win." Okay, let me see if I can ground this somehow. And not have this whole thing fall apart on me. It very well may. I think actually I'm just going to hold the ground and just touch it on there. If I can get a couple of little tacks on there, just itsy bitsy little tacks, then that would be wonderful. Right. It's far enough back that it'll rest. I should have you guys at a better angle, probably. I don't know, but because the camera's always deceiving sometimes. I won't deceive you, but the camera might. Yeah, those angles are just, boy, they're parallel. It looks good. Okay. Check this and make sure it's not, you know, side goggling or cattywampus or something. precisely. We are precisely 13 and a half. Same as we are right there. So that's good. That's good. I rather like that. Right there a little bit, I think. It would look better if I bring it in from the back. Shave that corner just a hair. You know, if they wanted to, they could put some letters across here, or some numbers, or some little stars, or general stars, or something. I don't know. Something. Well, I'll tell you what, that's really fun. Don't you just love it when you get to create something? I mean, just from nothing, and then build it into something, and oh, I don't know, it just makes you so happy. Don't it make you so happy you want to just poop in your hand and just rub it all around in your hair? Oh, it's good. Yeah, nothing like a little creativity. Okay guys, that'll do it for this one. I want to thank you for coming by and hanging out in the shop with me for a little while today. I guess, yeah, we got some more stuff coming up. Noah's coming up tomorrow. We're going to get into something. Yeah, it's going to be crazy, so keep an eye out for the next one. But anyway, until then, you know, I sure do appreciate you. And we'll see you real soon right back here on Welding Wires Old Iron.